Hey, Bill here with 30-Minute Woodshop. Thanks for joining. Today I want to show you how to make a tool tote. All right. Now, winter's coming. I've been working on my windows. My windows are 30 years old. I got some bad ones I got to fix. I got little things I got to do to them. I got to, replace some putty, replace some, do some painting. I got to do the latches and things, tighten those up, and put some new weather stripping in them. All right, and that all requires some tools. Not a lot of tools, but I'm up and down stairs. It's because it's the second floor. I'm up and down the stairs a dozen times. What a pain in my butt. And then I collect all these tools up there, and then I carry them all down, and I'm dropping stuff, So I want to make a quick and easy tool tote that's small. I can pick up and go. I don't want those big clunky things. You always see these big things. I go to the antique fairs, and they got these big tool, which I realize because they're putting saws and stuff in that. That's a carpenter's set. I'm not looking for that. I want to put in a couple nails, a hammer, a couple screws, screwdrivers, maybe a chisel, one or two of my impact driver or something like that. Super easy to do. Carry it up, bring it down, all set. Now, this is a super easy project. Totally easy, man. A few cuts, few things, drill once or twice, you're done. Sorry. Well, there's some nailing too. Anyway, easy project. Now, as always, if you want a dimension sketch, pop down here, 30minutewoodshop.com, okay? Or you can also hit more. You can find some my blog, some of my other things. You can find, explore that, man. You can find tools and stuff that I use and all that kind of crap. Maybe you'll find something interesting down there. I like seeing what other people are using because for me, it gives me ideas. Hopefully that's what it does for you too. Now, I'll say this. As with anything that I do, and I create these sketches, make sure you make this your own. If you want it longer, shorter, wider, thinner, taller, whatever it is, modify it so it works for you, okay? Now, I have to say, mine's kind of built around these pieces of wood that I have, all right? So my materials, let me grab one more thing. All right, so my materials, my project is kind of built around these materials. And these are 7 3/4 by 16-inch pieces of aspen that I have here. And I got this is probably 1 1/4 dowel. So this is what I'm going to be using for the handle. Use the materials you have at hand, okay? It doesn't have to be a huge thing here. Super easy to do, all right? Now, a couple things about this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these for the bottom. So that's how big it's going to be. I'm going to split one in half. That's going to be my sides. I'm going to split one end to end, all right? And that's going to be my ends. And then I'm going to throw this thing in the middle. That's how simple this project is. With all that said, let's start cutting. So one of the things I forgot to tell you when I was cutting these things out and sanding them, I've actually put them together with a couple pieces of two-faced tape. That way I cut them out identically, I sand them identically so they're identical. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hole in for the handle, all right, in one shot, all right. Now I'm using this inch and a quarter. This is probably overkill, but it happens to be what I have. And I have an 1 1/4 speed bore. These speed bores are absolutely phenomenal. And I will say this, what I have here also is a bench hook, all right? Now I use this one for everything, as you can see with the holes in it. And a lot of that's to protect my bench from drilling, and it protects my bench from sawing. It gives me a square edge. I got a couple more of these, and this is the one I use this is the old one. So bench hook actually is a great tool to have if you have even if you don't have a bench, because it holds your work really well. Here I don't have to worry about it rotating, okay, because it's locked to the bench and it's locked here. All I do is start drilling. So let's make a hole. Now, if you don't want it blowing through the other side and splintering, go ahead and flip that over once you get almost all the way through. And there you go. Now we're up for a little bit of sanding, assembly, and finish work. I've got a quick dry fit going here just to make sure all the parts are going together correctly. So I'm ready to do some gluing and nailing. I'm using 2-inch 18 gauge nails here in my nailer. Be more than enough with a little bit of glue, especially for the kind of tools I'm holding. I'm not, doing something like heavy plumbing tools, those kind of things. So let's get at it. So a little bit of a rub joint here. Even it up. And there we go. Did a quick sand over everything. I think we're all set. All I want to do now is I want to hit it with an 1/8 inch round over bit just to ease the edges. And then I'm going to put on a coat of wax. So let's get this done. So can you kind of see a little bit of color change there? This is just to give it some minimal protection. This is an inside toolbox. May go outside, but it's not going to be doing much. All I want to do is get a little bit of stuff on here. And this is Johnson's Paste Wax, which I don't think they make anymore, to be frank. But there's several other Brie Wax and a few others out there. It's kind of too bad, but... So I'm going to keep doing this, get this all waxed up, and I'll be back in a bit. Wow, what a super easy project. And a fast project too. I have to say, this is one of those you can knock together in 30 minutes. Matter of fact, I actually checked on this one. It takes me always longer because I have camera things to do and all that kind of stuff, sound stuff. But I actually did check. This one took me about, 18 minutes to do of actual time. So super easy to do, super fast, and it gives you a great place to put your tools. So you can throw things in. I'm going to throw a brush in. But you can throw all your tools in here, carry them around the house, carry them wherever you want to. It's compact enough that it fits in the back of your car. If you have to go, in my case, I'm going over to see my daughter or my son, helping them out. I can throw a bunch of tools in here. It's deep enough to contain any tools that I want. So it makes it very easy. If I'm working on my windows up here, I'm working at my kid's house or whatever I'm doing. Super simple, super easy. Love this little project. Matter of fact, this is going to be probably one of my most useful projects. So, like always, you can find a dimension sketch. I will say I deviated a couple spots here. Primary deviation was the fact I used an 1.25 inch dowel because I happen to have that. A 1-inch dowel should be just fine for you. I don't think you're carrying that kind of tonnage. But this is on my website. All right, go down here to 30minutewoodshop.com, and you can find that. Hit more down below, and you can check out some of the tools and things I used. Those Wood River trammels, some of the two-phase tape and stuff like that you're probably using this project. So go explore those, and I think you got something out of this. I hope you got something out of this. All right, I think you did. So I'll say this. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, do me a favor, hit like and subscribe. And hey, folks, until next time, good making.